Hi everyone, so today I'm gonna be making a lasagna homemade. And by the way, I want to thank everyone for my 1,000 subscribers. I am gonna do a Q&A on my next video, so if you guys want to know anything about me, comment below. So these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be using. So here I have my lasagna, I have black pepper, I have cilantro, my Prego traditional sauce, I have garlic cloves, I have my ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, mozzarella cheese, an egg, some onions, parsley, adobo, sazon, salt, and some ground beef. So let's get started. Okay, so the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to add my lasagna pasta. Here I have 9. And before you add them, you want your water boiling like this. You want to add your salt. And then we're just going to add them. And we're going to cook this for 10 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been 5 minutes. You just want to check on the pasta. Make sure nothing is sticking to each other. And just let it continue cooking for 5 more minutes. Okay guys, so this has been 10 minutes boiling. So now what I'm going to do is turn off my flames. This is the way it's looking. What I'm going to do is pour out the hot water and put it in cold water so it can stop the cooking process. So now what I'm doing is just adding cold water so it can stop the cooking process. And this can stay the way you want it. Because if you leave it hot, it's going to start getting even more tender and you don't want that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is turn on my flames to medium high, and we're going to add the ground beef. So now all I'm going to do is just break up the meat, and once I see that it's starting to sizzle, then I'll start putting the seasoning. I just don't want it to look pink. I want it to be brown. Okay guys, so now that this is sizzling, I'm just going to come and move it around because we want that pinkness to go away. If you want, you can put the flames up a little higher. Just make sure you're watching it because it will cook super fast and you don't want it to get burned. Okay guys, so you see how this is brown, no more pink. What I'm going to come and do is drain the oil that the meat released, and then we're going to come and season it. Okay, so now I'm going to add my garlic that I mashed in my pilon. I'm also going to lower down the flames a little bit. I'm going to add my seasoning that I mixed all together. And my onions. I'm just going to mix everything together well. I'm just going to mix everything, and then we're going to let that cook for a little bit. Okay, so now I'm also going to add some cilantro. Mix that in. And let that cook. Okay, so I've been cooking my ground beef for 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm going to come with my Prego sauce. You can use any one you want, but this is my favorite. And we're going to add the whole thing. And just mix it with the meat. And once you mix it completely, we're going to come and cover it for a good 10 minutes. so everything could cook and all the flavor can mix well. So I'm just gonna cover that, and it's gonna be on low. Okay, so I just want to show you my meat is done. So what I'm gonna do is just turn off the flames, and we're gonna jump to making the cheese. Okay, so for our cheese sauce, what we're gonna use is the ricotta. So I'm just gonna pour the whole thing in. If it wants to come out. There we go. Make sure you get all of it. Then we're gonna come with our cottage cheese, and we're gonna add that as well. And this is gonna be so cheesy, it's so good. We're also gonna add an egg. Just like that. We're gonna add a cup of mozzarella cheese. And we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of parsley. You can use fresh parsley, the parsley that comes in the jar, it's all up to you. Okay, and now we're just gonna mix everything well. Okay, so this is the way it looks when everything is mixed. So now we're gonna jump to the next step. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna come and do is we're gonna take a little bit of our meat with the sauce, just enough, and put it for the bottom. This is so the lasagna won't stick to the bottom when you cut into it. You want to put enough, like that. That's good. And we're just gonna spread it all around. Okay, so now I'm gonna come with my noodles, and I'm just gonna place 3 down, just like this. You want to overlap it a little bit on each one. Just like that. Okay, then we're gonna come with our meat again, and we're gonna add that on top. Make sure to save enough because you're gonna be doing 3 layers of this. So you want to do it just like that. Don't worry if you're making a mess, you can always wipe it down before putting it in the oven. Okay, and then we're gonna come with our cheese. You can put as much as you want. I put them in little blobs like this so then I could come back after and just go over it. Just like that. So I'm just gonna come in gently because you don't want to move all the meat around. And I am going to have all the ingredients and everything, the amount that I used, in the bottom of the description. Okay, so now we're going to come again with the layer. Okay, that's the second layer of the noodles. So I'm just going to come and add my meat again. Okay, so once you add your meat on the second layer, again, we're going to come and repeat with our cottage cheese mixture that we have over here. I'm just gonna pour it like this, make it a little easier for me. Just like that. Then I'm gonna come and move it around again. If you guys make this, please let me know how it comes out, because this is an amazing lasagna. Okay, so on the second layer, once you put the cheese mixture, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come with our mozzarella cheese, because we want this cheesy. Okay, so you're just gonna come with your cheese and you're gonna cover everything. Okay. I don't put it on the first layer, but if you want to, you can. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is come with my last layer of noodles, put it right on top. Just like that. And then we're gonna add the rest of our meat right on top. And we're gonna spread it again. Okay, so once the meat is on, I'm gonna come with the rest of my cheese. Spread it around. I just spread that evenly again. Okay, so now that this got the cheese on top, I'm going to come again with another layer of the mozzarella cheese. Again, you can use how much as you want. I recommend buying 2 bags of this. Okay, so this is the way the lasagna looks. Look at it from the side. So now what I'm going to come and do is cover it with aluminum. Okay, so I'm going to cover it with aluminum, but what I'm going to come and do is make it bigger, the piece bigger than my actual pan, because you don't want the aluminum to lay on the cheese, then it's going to stick. So we want it to be a little high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend it from the side, just like this, so it can have a little arch to it. You want to stick your hand inside and pick it up. As long as the size is nice and tight, you're okay. Just like that. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so this is the way it looks. So what I'm going to come and do, my oven has been preheating on 375. I'm going to come and put this in the oven covered for 45 minutes. Okay guys, so my lasagna has been in the oven for 45 minutes. So what I'm going to come and do is just take off the aluminum and leave it in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes. So let's see how this is looking. Look at that. So this got stuck a little bit, but it's okay if it happens to you. Just take a spatula and help it come off just like this. Look at that cheese. I'm gonna eat some of that right now. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is leave it for 5 more minutes. Just, well, 3 to 5 minutes, just so my cheese can get a little brownish on top. Okay guys, so my lasagna is done. This is how it looks. You see how the surrounding of it is nice and brown. So now I'm gonna come and take it out, put it on my counter, and let it cool down for 30 minutes. Because if you come and try to serve this like this, it's gonna be too hot. Two, it's gonna just go everywhere and it's not gonna stay intact. So we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, so this has been here for 30 minutes cooling down. So now what I'm gonna come and do is just take a knife and I'm just gonna move the sides. Make sure nothing is stuck. I'm gonna do that all around. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna slice a piece. Look at how cheesy that is. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my spatula and just pick it up and take it out. Look at that. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give me that big thumbs up. Don't forget to ask any questions you would like for the next video, which is going to be my Q&A. And like always, have a wonderful day.